Why did Cara Delevingne get sober? Being barefoot on the tarmac is a different look from the runways Cara Delevingne is used to. Here's why the model says those embarrassing images saved her life. When the video and images of Cara Delevingne in her orange socks on the Van Nuys tarmac made their way onto the internet, it raised everyone's alarm bells, even Cara's. Seeing herself dropping her phone, struggling to pick it up, and then sticking her feet out the window of a moving vehicle after a fun weekend at Burning Man was a sobering moment for the model, who said,
I was like, wow, okay, this is bad.
But the incident still wasn't quite what made her realize she needed to take getting help more seriously.
Treatment was the best thing. It was always something I was very scared of.
But Cara finally faced her fears and sought the treatment she needed thanks to the 12-step program and the support of loved ones. The actor told Vogue that she had always been into the quick fixes for her healing, going to a weekend retreat, but she said, this time I realized that the 12-step treatment was the best thing, and it was about not being ashamed of that. Looking back on those infamous images, Cara calls them a reality check she desperately needed to get sober and cut out alcohol and illicit substances. She said in her Vogue feature, "It's heartbreaking because I thought I was having fun, but I don't look well." And even though she described her behavior and the subsequent images of her erratic actions as an embarrassment and a source of overwhelming shame, she is grateful for them because they helped her step away from her hardcore partying past. Cara recognized that if she hadn't done something, she could have lost her life.
If I was continuing to go down the road I would either end up dead or doing something really, really stupid.
The airport photos weren't the only images of Cara's partying that had fans worried something was wrong. When images of Cara's partying after the 2022 Met Gala surfaced, it seemed Cara was partying extra hard. What Cara remembers from the night was going out after her iconic Met Gala golden chest moment and blacking out. It also happened to be the night before she was set to lay her grandmother to rest. She described it as horrible, even though she looked like she was having a blast dancing the night away with Meg Thee Stallion. Speaking of Meg Thee Stallion, Cara was there for the 2022 Billboard Music Award. You really couldn't miss Cara even if you tried. She was there on the red carpet literally and figuratively. But according to the Paper Towns actor, she was just there for moral support to be Meg's hype woman and personal photographer.
So that's what I do, because I'm like, I don't know, I was just really excited. I was like, let me get the right angle, guys, I'm a photographer.
But her antics on the red carpet and throughout the evening had folks wondering what was going on with Cara. Well, according to the Carnival Row star, she may have been feeling pretty invincible that night too. She says to Vogue, while she wasn't sober, she would put herself in danger because she didn't care about her life. She would find bruises all over her body that she couldn't explain because while intoxicated, she would climb anything and jump off stuff. But now looking back at it, she recognizes how scary that was for the people around her. The headlines and tabloids were like deja vu for Cara, who dealt with similar things as a child because of her mother, socialite Pandora Delevingne's struggles with addiction. In her memoir, Pandora shared how she would often have to move out of the family home so her children, Cara and Poppy, wouldn't see her at rock bottom and dealing with addiction and bipolar disorder. Cara described her childhood as stressful in Harper's Bazaar, saying there was quite a lot of chaos, not being sure if people were okay or not, in reference to her mother's struggles. Like her mother, Cara's battle with addiction was taking a physical toll, except hers would manifest as psoriasis flare-ups due to stress. Cara said the psoriasis that was on display for the 2022 Met was a sign to her that her body, this sensitive organ, couldn't handle the major stress in her life. But instead of slowing down, that same night she went out to the after parties the day before her maternal grandmother's funeral. Luckily, she still made it to the funeral, but the news of her grandmother's passing drained her. Her grandmother, Jane Sheffield, who was once lady-in-waiting to Princess Margaret, was a safe space for Cara growing up, as she would often look after Cara when her parents couldn't. Cara said she spent the week before the Met Gala working during the day. She also said, "Every night I would come back from filming and sit alone and just cry." By the time she was walking the carpet, Cara was exhausted. All of these events led to her finally getting the help she needed from the 12-step program, and though she is sober and enjoying her 30s, she knows she's not fully recovered.
That's why I find the term recovery quite difficult, because you don't recover. And that's okay.
And though the process has been easy, she recognizes that she has to keep doing the work, and not just when things get bad.
That's why I prefer healing, because I'm constantly doing that.
She told Vogue, "The work needs to be done consistently. It's never going to be fixed or fully healed, but I'm okay with that, and that's the difference." It isn't always easy being vulnerable about personal struggles, especially because of the stigma it often comes with. But kudos to Cara Delevingne for continuing on her healing journey and sharing it publicly.